Hello everyone and welcome back to Video from Technology Talk. This time we will be talking about Facebook and how it is in trouble for misusing face recognition. Do you all know what face recognition is and how it works? If you do not, it's okay because I will tell you all about it. Let us start with a simple introduction to what and when everything started. As many of you know, this is not the first time Facebook has been held with a scandal. Do you know the history of Facebook? Let me tell you how Facebook came into being in short. Facebook.com launched in 2003 as FaceSmash, an online dating site for Harvard students. It was shut down after 2 days when Zuckerberg violated university policy. Instead, he registered the URL thefacebook.com with fellow Harvard students Saverin, Moskowitz, and Hughes. By June 2004, more than 250,000 students from 34 schools had signed up, and major corporations were paying for exposure on the site. That was the history of Facebook. But of course, Facebook has developed a lot since 2004, which is something even the commoner knows. It has been a means to communicate, spread information, and keep people connected when miles apart. Now that we know this, let us understand what face recognition is. Face recognition is a way to identify and verify an individual's identity by utilizing their facial features. In many states and countries, the police and criminal enforcement may use transportable devices to identify people whose facial features have been registered during police stops. But facial recognition data can be prone to error as the software is still developing. As a result, the wrong data can implicate people for crimes they haven't committed. In addition, facial recognition software is considerably bad at recognizing certain communities like African Americans and other ethnic minorities, women, and young people. Facebook soon started developing and using face recognition to increase the credibility of people using the software. However, before we understand how the entire scene turned scandalous, let us know how face recognition actually works. Face recognition systems often use computer algorithms. Computer algorithms pick out specific, distinctive details about a person. A false negative is a common term used when the face recognition system fails. Here, the system fails to match a person's face to an image contained in a database. For example, when a law enforcement officer submits a picture of Joe, the system without an error tells the officer that the photo is of a person named Jack. Congratulations! You now know what face recognition is and how it works. As you may have already seen, face recognition is a major program that the Crime Investigation Department uses. Now let us move on and see how Facebook got messed up in the new scandal. Getting caught in various scandals has become a routine for Facebook Meta, and this time it's about a Texas lawsuit. According to the Wall Street Journal, the state's Attorney General Ken Paxton issuing Meta Platforms, Facebook's parent company, over the social media network's now defunct face recognition tool. Are you wondering what actually happened? Then here you are. This snippet has been published on a daily news page from Texas. According to a new statement from Paxton's office, Facebook gathered Texans' facial measurements and the like, commonly known as biometric identifiers, without consent, which violates state law. Through this criminal action, Facebook abused the personal information of both users and non-users alike to extend its empire and gain unprecedented windfall profits, according to the statement. Are you wondering how Facebook retaliated to this issue? Considering all the conditions they were put under, they acted like any company would have worked. Meta announced the shutdown of its face recognition technology in November, vowing to destroy the data of over 1 billion users. In a blog post, the corporation then stated that it was doing so owing to worries about using technology and how it may be utilized in the future. At the same time, Facebook paid $650 million to Illinois, another American state, for identical reasons. One of the most common questions is what someone would ask: how did the public react to this? It is very natural for someone whose privacy has been invaded to revolt against it and do everything in their power to ensure that all the data collected would be erased. Remember, the data Facebook Meta collected was without asking the permission of its consumers. One user said that scandals have rained down on Zuckerberg's head for the last 9 years. We've seen everything from disinformation to privacy abuses to election tampering to involvement in genocide and terrorism. We grew weary and uncertain over time, but we continued to utilize the site because our pals did. Another user explained his experimentation with Facebook Meta's face recognition tool. For those unfamiliar with Facebook's face recognition tool, it automatically detects your friends in photos and videos you submit. Of course, prior consent is essential. I tested the tool in college, and it is useful when tagging buddies in party photos. Instead of looking for individuals one by one, simply click a confirmation button. If you're too busy to click, Facebook will send messages to people it identifies saying, "Hey, there's a photo of you out there. Do you want me to tag you?" They also said that another face recognition-based function is the authorized incorporation of people's names into alternative texts. Alternative texts, among other things, are intended to describe a particular image to blind and visually impaired persons. The purpose of Facebook was to use its facial recognition technology to provide better descriptions for its visually challenged customers. As you can see, people not only got together to find out the truth for themselves, but they also stood up and decided that it was not ethical of Facebook to steal their data without informing them. They also made sure that this information reached the court, and Facebook was made to take responsibility for its actions. With that, we come to an end. As always, my team and I believe that we have created one of the best content ever. I hope that you all have liked it too. Please like, share, and subscribe to our content if you like it. Thank you.